Okay, substitution. Anytime you choose to use substitution, you're looking for an equation that has a variable by itself on one side. And what that means is there's nothing in front of the variable, it's just the variable. So remember, you guys, right now it just seems like every equation I give you is in the top equation, but remember, it could be the bottom equation as well. So if we look at this, is it the top equation or is it the bottom equation that a variable is by itself? The top equation. So what does it tell me? What does it say? So y equals something, right? So that means we're going to replace y with 2x minus 1. And we're going to replace y in the second equation. So we're going to leave 3x minus, and we're going to do 2 times 2x minus 1 equals negative 6. So remember, so you see, you guys, I replaced that y with 2x minus 1. Okay, are there any questions about what I just did? Anybody not sure how I got the 2x minus 1 and just want to make sure? So I just took the 2x minus 1 and replaced it for y. The 3x is going to stay. Now we're going to take the negative 2 and we're going to distribute it. Okay, so you're going to act like that 3x is not there and you're going to distribute the negative 2. So what's negative 2 times 2x? Negative 4x. What's negative 2 times negative 1? What's negative 2 times a negative 1? A negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, now we're going to combine like terms. What is 3x minus 4x? What is 3x minus 4x? Okay, so let's think about this. You had 3 x's, you spent 4 x's. Did you have enough to spend those 4 x's? So we're going to have a negative x plus 2 equals negative 6. Again, you guys, 3 minus 4 is a negative. If you want to, you can put a negative 1 there. We're going to subtract 2 from both sides. Equals negative 8. So this was positive 2, so I subtracted it. Okay, now we can't leave anything negative, you guys, so what are we going to do? How do we get rid of the negative 1? Okay, here we go. Ready? We're going to divide by negative 1. Some of you probably have already solved this problem. You're like, Miss Fleur, I already got it. So x equals 8. Are we done? You guys remember, just because you got x equals something, you still need a y. So now, you always are going, in substitution, you're always going to take it and plug it into the equation you use for substitution. So now I'm going to do it right up here. Y equal 2 times 8 minus 1. Okay, so I have an x value, I have a y value. What is my solution? You guys, so Mia said 8:15. Why did she put 8 first?
Because 8 is the x.
Yes, the x always goes first. So remember yesterday when we did we plugged it in and we checked to see if it was a solution? You guys, that's what you can do. You can plug it back in to make sure it's a solution. So the nice thing about systems is that you'll know whether you've got the answer correct before you're done with the test. Okay, let's do another example. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. There we go. So all of our problems are going to be like examples 1 through 5. You're either going to have a number, you're either going to have a simple equation, or you're going to have a variable like this. Okay, and then I have one more to show you, and then we'll be done, and then we'll work on our classwork. Okay. What variable is by itself? The x or the y? The x. So what does x equal? What does it say x equals? So we're going to use negative 3y plus 10, and we're going to replace x this time. Lately, we've been placing y, right? Well, this one, we can replace x. You guys, it doesn't matter. You're just going to take that expression, and you're going to plop it in to that variable. So it's going to be 4 times negative 3y plus 10 plus 7y equals 20. So I took this expression and I replaced this x. And now what are we going to do? Oh, sorry. I'm going a little fast, I can tell. We're going to distribute. We're going to distribute the 4 here and the 4 here. So 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. 4 times 10 is 40. Now let's make sure, because I always want to make sure. So step 1 is replacing. How do you guys feel about replacing? Can you take the expression and replace it into the equation? Do you know that you need to distribute? Okay, now the next step is to combine like terms. What are our like terms?
Negative 12y and 7y.
And what is negative 12 plus 7y?
Negative 5y.
Yep. And let's move that up so you guys can see it. And now what should we do? Not divide yet. Subtract 40. Remember, you guys, you always are going to do your adding and subtracting first. So we're going to subtract 40. You guys, you are going to be able to use your calculator. So in the FSA, there's going to be 2 types of questions. One, they might ask you to rewrite the equation replacing the x. Number 2, they might have you just set up an equation, like read a word problem and set up an equation. And then this part, though, they'll let you use a calculator. So what is 20 minus 40?
Negative 20.
And then what do we do? We're going to divide each side by negative 5. And what is negative 20 divided by negative 5? Well, what's a negative divided by a negative? It's positive 4. You guys, the hardest part, well, there's a couple hardest parts, but it's remembering right here, because you want to be done, right? Because you solve for y and you think, oh, I'm done. But remember, when you're solving a system, you got to plug it back in. So let's plug in y. Where are we going to plug y into? The top equation or the bottom equation? The bottom one, because x is by itself. So we're going to do x equals negative 3 times 4 plus 10. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 plus 10 is negative 2. What is my solution? Yep, because it's an ordered pair. We're good?